guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm RexFinance, and today I'm pleased to be back with you guys resuming this series on my channel where we pick 3 stocks to buy in the upcoming month. In today's installment, I have 3 stock picks that I think you guys will love, but on Friday, I actually have a brand new stock pick that I'm keeping under wraps for now. My paid members actually know about it, but I'm keeping it under wraps to the public until Friday, so stay tuned for that 4th stock pick for the month of July. By the way, thank you to Robin and Riaz for recently subscribing to the YouTube channel, and also thank you to Mark and Salman for recently joining the paid monthly membership. If you guys are interested in getting my buy and sell alerts and all that extra good stuff, there will be a link to it in the pinned comment down below. So in this series, the first thing I like to do is go back to the previous month's stock picks and see how they've performed up until this point. So over the past 30 days, we're going to look at how my 3 picks for June have performed. Now, I'm a long-term investor. It really doesn't matter to me if stocks go up and down in a 30-day span for the most part, but it's just kind of interesting to see if we've had success in that short term or not. But anyways, the first stock pick we made in June was Tattooed Chef. Now, this one is very promising. The revenue numbers, the financials, the growth, it's all there. They have a tremendous management team as far as I am concerned. So I think Tattooed Chef is going to be a long-term winner. But if we go to the Tattooed Chef stock chart over the past month, we can see that it's actually down 1% since the first day of June. This dip in here came from concerns about different filings that may have not been filed right and some different shady management practices. We don't know anything about that. It's all speculation. The shadiness might be true. It could be false. Nobody really knows. But all we do know is Tattooed Chef, the growth is there. The revenue numbers are there. The balance sheet's great. The management team's great. So all in all, I think Tattooed Chef is still a great stock to own for the future. So unfortunately, so far in my June picks, we are 0 for 1 with Tattooed Chef being down 1%. The second stock pick that I made in June is actually one that I've talked about on this channel several times. I think Shift Technologies is tremendously undervalued in comparison to the other competitors in the same industry that they are operating in. Shift Technologies has the ticker symbol SFT, and I'm not the only YouTuber that's going long on this stock. We have Meet Kevin, who's invested a lot of money into this company, that shares the same opinions that I do, that this stock is tremendously undervalued in comparison to its peers. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the stock chart. So over the past month, since the first day of June, Shift Technologies stock is actually up 16.5%. That is tremendous return for a 30-day period when you consider the fact that the markets on average return you 8 to 10% annually. So we pretty much got 2 years worth of return in 1 month with Shift Technologies. So hey, I'll take the win here, and we are now 1 of 2 for the month of June. Looking forward with Shift Technologies, obviously I'm still long on this stock. I think it's going to be a long-term winner. It is tremendously undervalued. Either Carvana's valuation has to come dramatically down or Shift Technologies valuation has to go way up. I'm 99% sure that Shift stock is going to go up rather than Carvana's coming down. We've had the management team from Shift Technologies buying shares on the open market, so obviously the executives think this is undervalued as well. So going forward, I'm still very bullish on Shift Technologies as well. So with the Shift Technologies pick, we are 1 of 2 with an average return of 15% for the month of June. But my third pick was one called CuriosityStream. Now this is a really interesting one. This is also one that I've talked about on this YouTube channel several times in the past. This stock, this company, probably is not going to grow as fast as some of the other growth names you could be buying in the stock market today. But for a safe return that is almost guaranteed to beat the markets, this is a really good stock to own in my personal opinion. They're growing subscriber numbers, they're growing their revenues, obviously, all of those things that we look for in stocks. It's happening. Their management team is one of the best in the industry, with the founder of the Discovery Channel actually founding this streaming service. Now, the streaming service is really affordable. I think I got my subscription to CuriosityStream for like $1 a month, but they were running a sale when I did that. I think the actual price is around $3 a month, but it's really, really affordable. And their profit margins are going to be really, really impressive going forward, because producing factual films and documentaries, which is what CuriosityStream does, costs like 1/10 or 20th of the price of producing a drama series, as in Netflix's case. But anyways, looking at the stock chart, CuriosityStream is actually up 16% as well since the first day of June. So this one has had tremendous return right alongside Shift Technologies. So all in all, I think we averaged about a 15.5, 16% return in the month of June with these 3 stock picks. So, you know, I can't complain. I don't think any of you guys complain if you own these stocks. As you guys might be able to guess by what I've already stated about CuriosityStream, I'm still very bullish on this company going forward. They have a great management team. Their management team is out there buying shares on the open market all the time, just like Shift Technologies stock. It's all just really good stuff. And as long as this rotation back to growth stocks and tech stocks continue, CuriosityStream, Shift Technologies, even Tattooed Chef are all going to perform really, really well in the months coming. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the 3 new stock picks for the month of July. By the way, comment down below what stocks you're going to be buying in the month of July. Let me know if you're going to be buying any of these stocks that I'm about to mention. All right, so the first stock pick that I have for the month of July is actually AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. This stock has been on a tear for a long time now. Lisa Su, ever since she took over, man, She has transformed this company into something very, very special. Now, the reason I have this as one of my stock picks for the month of July is because I've already mentioned this rotation back to growth and tech stocks is here right now. And I truly believe that that rotation is going to continue. But a lot of these growth and tech stocks are already well off their bottoms. Even AMD is a little bit. If we look at the stock price, it was down to $73 a share at one point, and it's up to $93 currently. So we've already recovered some 28% since the lows, which is great return from the lows. But what's really interesting about this one is how it's performed in relation to Nvidia over the past 6 months. If we go to the Nvidia stock price chart from the last 6 months, and if you guys don't know, Nvidia and AMD, they go hand in hand. You can compare one to the other because they basically do the same things. Over the last 6 months, Nvidia stock has returned 52% to the shareholders. We've already discussed that the average return in the stock market is like 8 to 10% on any given year, so 50% in 6 months is tremendous. But when we go back to the AMD stock chart and go to the 6-month chart, we can see something quite different. AMD has only returned 1.77% over the past 6 months. So as this rotation back to growth continues, as this rotation back to tech continues, you need to be looking for the names that have kind of been left behind over the past half year to a year. It's easy to say based on the rate of return in both these stocks that AMD has kind of been left behind when Nvidia has been taking off. So in my personal opinion, although AMD has already recovered 28% from its lows, I think that this move here is just getting started, and in the month of July, man, I don't even want to think about how high this stock price could get. Certainly over $100 a share easily, but I actually think AMD will be more like $110 to $115 a share by the time we do the next installment in this YouTube series. Alright, so my second pick for the month of July is Coinbase. This is one I've never even mentioned on this YouTube channel, so I'm really excited to talk about it just a little bit today. It just so happened that Coinbase IPO'd at Bitcoin's peak. Literally the day that Bitcoin peaked at over $60,000 per Bitcoin was the day that Coinbase IPO'd. And basically since the first couple weeks of May, Bitcoin has really struggled. Obviously, Coinbase is a cryptocurrency exchange platform. So when Bitcoin struggles and all these other cryptocurrencies struggle, obviously Coinbase isn't going to do as well as a public company. Their share price is probably going to hurt because their revenue numbers go down if the prices of cryptocurrencies go down, and especially because the interest in these cryptocurrencies also drops. I mean, think about it. Even with stocks, nobody wants to look at their stocks when their stocks are down. So when cryptocurrencies are down, chances are their customers, the people that use their platform, aren't using their platform near as much as they would be if the cryptocurrencies were up at all-time highs. So the reason this is actually a stock pick for the month of July for me is because I actually think that cryptocurrencies are going to make a big rebound in the month of July, and I honestly would not be surprised to see Bitcoin prices trading at back over $50,000 per Bitcoin by the end of July. Obviously, if that happens, Coinbase's stock price is going to benefit tremendously, but it's also important to note that Coinbase is subject to a lot of volatility because no matter what the management team does, they can't accurately predict what their business is going to do in the future because the majority of their business relies on a cryptocurrency, which is out of their control, really, what the price of these cryptocurrencies are trading at. So I think a lot of what's going to happen to Coinbase's stock is going to depend on what the overall price of Bitcoin is doing, but also the forward guidance that the management team puts out and the user growth inside the platform. If Coinbase is still growing users, well, that's going to make up for some of the lack of activity from the already active users on their platform. So if my thesis is correct and cryptocurrencies have a big rebound month of July and Bitcoin's trading back over $50,000 per Bitcoin, I would struggle to believe that Coinbase would not be back over $300 a share pretty easily. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they were around $320 to $330 per share if that happens. If the price of Bitcoin does indeed rebound in the month of July, well, that's just going to set up a big FOMO crowd that thinks that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000 before the end of the year. And well, from there, the price of Bitcoin could really skyrocket. All right, so my third stock pick for the month of July is actually a group of stocks in the same industry, and that is the solar industry. So we have companies like BEEM Global, Solar Edge, and also Canadian Solar. I just handpicked 3 solar stocks that I knew off the top of my head, but I think the solar industry as a whole is going to do really, really well in the month of July, especially as this rotation back to growth stocks happens. Lots of these solar stocks have already recovered quite a bit from their lows. I mean, BEEM Global has already recovered 80% from its lows, but I think this action is going to continue. And the reason I believe this is because I think this green push that everybody was expecting when Biden became president is kind of coming back, where investors can actually see the government starting to work on these things and all of this green stuff being part of these infrastructure bills and all this different stuff. it's really boding well for these solar companies. So although the valuations might be pushed up in the short term in relation to what these companies are doing revenue-wise, I think the solar industry is going to succeed as a whole for many, many years to come. Solar panels are by far the most practical way to get renewable energy on a household, for example. And all three of these stocks, BEEM Global, which is now called Envision Solar, Solar Edge, and Canadian Solar, they all work on deploying solar panels on homes as well as businesses. In reality, any renewable energy or clean energy company you can find in the stock market right now, I think it's going to be a pretty good buy going into the month of July, but I really like these solar companies in particular right now. However, I will say that if these companies do operate at a profit, lots of that profit is going to come from government subsidies and all of these different items that maybe you don't want to be a part of as an investor. I know me personally, I like to invest in companies that aren't reliant on the government to make a profit, but as solar panels become more efficient and they're more widely adopted, I think it's silly to think that these companies won't succeed for many years to come. But again, we'll have to see how these perform in the coming month in the next installment of this series when August comes around. Again, please remember to comment down below what stocks you're going to be buying in the month of July, but also let me know if you're going to buy any of these stocks I mentioned here today. I also want to note that I am not a financial advisor. I'm 20 years old. These are just my thoughts, opinions, and ideas, and it's up to you guys to choose whether or not to believe what I'm saying in this video or not. Also, if I didn't mention a particular stock in this video, it doesn't mean I don't think it's a good buy going into July. I think, honestly, the stock market as a whole is going to have a really, really good month of July, but we'll just have to see again when the August installment of this series comes around. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button down below and even sharing this video with a family member or a friend that might be new to the stock market. Also, if you guys are new here or returning and not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. That helps my channel out a lot as well. But anyways, again, please stay tuned for that Friday video where I will officially publicly reveal my new stock pick that I am making. This stock pick that I bought into recently has my highest conviction. And generally when I have high conviction in something, it works out pretty good. I don't know if that's skill or luck or whatever it is, but I hope it continues with this stock. So stay tuned on Friday for that. But with that, I'll see you guys back here on Friday. Peace out.